This segment on Ken Kesey focused upon his conservation efforts rather than his merry prankster days or his books. Cuckoo's Nest, Sometimes a Great Notion. Nothing really about the bus too much. It was about saving the salmon. I've always had trouble with that, and I don't really like eating it. Sorry, folks. I do eat fish, though. So, this was on the Today Show on May 23rd, 1989. It's Ken Kesey talking about saving the world. The real world. The one we can actually sort of save. Sort of.
Oh, hello. One of Oregon's most famous sons is writer Ken Kesey, the author of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and Sometimes a Great Notion. He lives just south of Eugene. Most days, Kesey can be found working his farm in the small community of Pleasant Hill. He likes to be called a farmer and writer these days. Home for the Kesey family is an old converted barn. It's there on the second floor that the author works, sometimes late into the night, on a new novel about Alaska. Recently, he took some time off and, along with his daughter Sunshine, showed us some of his special Oregon places. As he drove with his favorite music playing, he spoke of his concern for the environment.
Still water. Oregon still has very clean air, and the Willamette River 15 years ago was getting really bad, and we passed a Clean Water Act and really got in there and cleaned up that river. And all these industries, they always say, no, we can't do it, we'll go broke, but when it comes right down to it, they do it, and they get by, and it stops turning out crap in the water. Keeping the water clean in this state is what keeps this state beautiful and healthy. They put this dam up for flood control, essentially, but they didn't put any fish ladders. So the salmon run, which is travel all over the world and come back into the Columbia and then come all the way up here, this is the end of the line for it. That's what these guys are across the way doing. They're catching them.
It's probably about 17, 18 pounds. It'll probably be 24, 25 by the time I get home. They grow,
They bring in the big fish up here and breed them there in the breeding houses. Finally, the fish at about 8 inches, 12 inches long, they'll come in here with trucks, load up these trucks full of water, and release them all over the streams, all over Oregon. And good fishermen follow around in the night to see if they can find out where those trucks are going to unload the fish. The osprey is really the seahawk. They were disappearing about 18 years ago. We thought we were going to lose them. Stopped the DDT, the eggs began to firm up, and now the osprey are coming back. When they were originally logging this area, they needed to keep the wood of the bridge covered, otherwise the beating of the log work and the rain rotted it out. So this was just a way to keep the rain off the bridge. Gene Skinner and Old Man Spencer drew a straight line from house to house, and that's the main street of Eugene. Runs right down through the two of them. You can see why it's called the town of trees. As many trees as we've cut down, there's been a lot of them come back. Rhododendron is a wild, natural plant here in Oregon. The overcast sky brings out the colors. It's almost as though the light itself is coming from the flowers. Water coming in from its most pure source, right out of the earth and disappearing right into the earth. This stuff percolated down through these lava rocks is probably as pure water, purer than it would be falling through air. Trying to keep the state pure, the water pure, the trees standing, and the loggers healthy. It's possible if we just don't sell out. My dad used to say, I want my kids to have it better than I had it. We were Okies. And we're down to the point where we're saying now, I'd like for our kids to have it at least as good as we had it. And it's sliding fast.
We'll be back from Portland after a message.
Thanks for watching Cleveland Live Music. It's awfully bright out here. I'd click on another one of my videos. Quit looking into the sun. Your mother told you not to do that. Please hit the subscribe button. And if you want to support the channel more, there's GoFundMe and Patreon information in the video descriptions. Ooh, ooh!